Welcome to the bus. Now earlier today, I was on a different bus. Not this bus, but a different one, just to clear that up. Just in case old hippies are watching. Which is actually the topic of this show, or episode, or rant, or whatever you want to call it. So anyway, I'm on the other bus, and some old, burned out, junky looking hippies decide they're going to sit near me. All these open seats on the bus, and I gotta sit near me. Why this is, I don't know. It's a free country, but anyway. So I'm sitting there. Now the one hippie gets on the bus and pays his fare, but the other hippie doesn't pay his fare, and he just sits down. So the driver, asks him to come to the front of the bus. He says, "Excuse me, you there, the gentleman in the sunglasses and the tan jacket. Come up front, you need to pay your fare." This guy is just looking around like, no idea what's going on. So, the driver keeps calling him. So this other guy says, "Dude, the driver wants to talk to you." And I'm like, "Burn out, the driver wants to talk to you." So finally he goes up there and pays his fare. And he comes back and he sits back down. And then, a minute or so later, the hippies start talking about masturbation. Now for the hippies, this is not a bad idea. Now you figure these are old filthy hippies. Who would want to have sex with them anyway? But the problem is, people do want to have sex with other old filthy hippies. And when the other old filthy hippies have sex with these filthy old hippies, you're going to have more filthy hippies. There'll be young filthy hippies, and then they'll grow old to be old filthy hippies. Probably on drugs just like their parents. Now, do I specifically know these guys are on drugs? No one 100% knows for sure. But by looking at these two, yeah, they were gone. And they were old hippies. What do old hippies do? Listen to shitty music and do drugs. That's what they do. Now, I figured the one hippie that didn't pay his fare, he probably figured, it was like the 60s when the hippies thought everything should be free, and nobody had to work, and, nobody needed to pay taxes, and then they had the free love. It don't work that way. Also, love wasn't free, because you figure, let's say you hippies are having sex with other hippies. You're bound to get an STD, and then you're going to have to go to the clinic. And unless it's a free clinic, you're going to have to pay. So the love is in fact not free. It could be very expensive love if you don't have insurance. And if you're an unemployed, old, burned out, junky hippie, you probably don't have insurance. So anyway, to the hippies that were talking about masturbation, yes, go home, choke the chicken, jerk off, greet the general, shake hands with the head of the family, whatever you want to call it. This way, maybe eventually, there will be no more hippies. And all you stupid fucking hippies will be gone, and the world will be a better place. Now, if we could just have you hipsters stop breeding too, then we would have two entire, just mass populations of assholes wiped off the planet. Of course, you'd still have the head asshole here, me. But at least I know I'm an asshole.